There are moments in life when nothing seems to make sense. Doors close unexpectedly. Friendships fade. The path ahead looks uncertain. But what if all this wasn't the end? What if it was preparation? Because the truth is, when God is about to elevate you, He often starts by transforming you. Every challenge, every delay, every hidden season, it's part of His divine blueprint. So today, let's explore the 7 clear signs that God is preparing you for something greater. And as we go through each one, we'll see how the Bible reveals this pattern, again and again, through those whom God chose to use mightily. Sign 1. The season of isolation. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. Matthew 4 verse 1, NIV. The first sign that God is preparing you is isolation. It's that season when you suddenly feel alone, even among people. You used to have friends who understood you, but now it feels like no one does. But listen carefully. Isolation isn't punishment, it's preparation. Before David ever sat on the throne, he was alone in the fields watching sheep. Before Joseph ruled Egypt, he was locked away in prison. Before Jesus began his ministry, he spent 40 days alone in the wilderness. In isolation, God separates you from distraction, so He can speak to your spirit directly. He removes the noise, so you can finally hear His voice. When you find yourself alone, remember, you're not being abandoned, you're being anointed. Sign 2. The stirring of discontent. You have stayed long enough at this mountain. Deuteronomy 1 verse 6, NIV. Sometimes, God allows a holy restlessness to rise inside of you. Things that used to satisfy you no longer do. The job you once loved now feels like it's draining your soul. The place you once felt comfortable in now feels too small. That discomfort is not a curse. It's a divine signal, God saying, it's time to move. When Moses lived in Egypt, he could have enjoyed the luxuries of Pharaoh's palace, but deep inside, felt a stirring, a call to something more. That discomfort pushed him into destiny. So if you've been feeling restless, frustrated, or uncomfortable where you are, don't rush to escape it. Instead, ask God, Lord, are you preparing me for something greater? Because sometimes, what feels like frustration is actually your calling waking up. Sign 3. The breaking of old things. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43 verse 19. The third sign is when God starts breaking the old, the things, habits, and relationships that can't go where He's taking you. It might look like everything is falling apart, but in reality, God is rebuilding your foundation. Abraham had to leave his homeland. Ruth had to let go of Moab. Peter had to drop his nets. Every person God used greatly had to release something first. If something or someone has been removed from your life recently, a job, a friend, an opportunity, don't panic. Sometimes, God ends certain chapters not because they were bad, but because they've served their purpose. You can't enter the promised land while clinging to Egypt. So instead of asking, God, why did this happen? Ask, God, what are you making room for? Sign 4. The testing of faith. The testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1 verse 3. Every preparation season involves a test. God doesn't test you to fail you. He tests you to reveal you. He's strengthening your faith muscles. Think about Abraham. God promised him a son, and then asked him to lay that son on the altar. That wasn't a test of loss. It was a test of trust. Job lost everything he had, yet his faith remained. And when the test was over, God restored him double. So when you're facing unexpected challenges, bills, health issues, heartbreak, remember, God hasn't forgotten you. He's proving your heart can carry the weight of what's coming. Because greater blessings require greater capacity, and that capacity is built through trials. Hold steady. The test is not to break you. It's to prove that you are ready. Sign 5. The hidden season of preparation. He who is faithful in little will be faithful in much. Luke 16 verse 10. This is one of the most overlooked but powerful signs. God hides you before He highlights you. Joseph was hidden in prison. David was hidden in the pasture. Esther was hidden in the palace before her purpose was revealed. In your hidden season, it might look like nothing is happening, but heaven is watching. God is shaping your character, deepening your humility, and teaching you obedience. Don't despise small beginnings, because when you're faithful in the quiet seasons, God can trust you with the public ones. It's like a seed in the soil, unseen, but not unproductive. Growth is happening underground. So, if no one notices your effort right now, keep going. God is using this hidden season to prepare your heart for something far beyond your imagination. Sign 6. The opening of unexpected doors. I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of bronze. Isaiah 45 verse 2. After isolation, breaking, and testing comes the breakthrough. And it often happens in ways you least expect. One day Joseph was a prisoner. The next, he was a prime minister. One day Esther was an orphan. The next, a queen. One day Peter was a fisherman. The next, a world changer. When God moves, He moves suddenly. That's why you must stay ready, because the door may open without warning. If opportunities are appearing out of nowhere, favor, connections, invitations, don't doubt it. It's not luck. It's alignment. God's been preparing the stage, and now He's calling your name. But remember, when the door opens, walk through it with humility, because promotion without gratitude becomes pride, and pride delays purpose. Sign 7. The overflow of divine purpose. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. The final sign that God is preparing you for something greater is when your life begins to overflow with purpose. You begin to see that everything, the pain, the waiting, the isolation, was all training for destiny. You speak differently. You think differently. You forgive more easily. Because now you understand, it was never about the struggle, it was about the shaping. When Joseph forgave his brothers, he said, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Genesis 50 verse 20. That's when you know you've stepped into your greater season. When you can look back on what broke you and thank God for it. Because now, your scars have become stories of faith. Your pain has become purpose. Your struggle has become strength. If you're listening to this right now, it's not by accident. God is preparing you for something greater. You may not see it yet, but heaven is already working behind the scenes. The wilderness is not your final destination. It's the road to your promise. Hold on. Stay faithful. Stay humble. Because the greater your preparation, the greater your purpose. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will Himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. 1 Peter 5 verse 10. If this message has spoken to your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more faith-filled storytelling here on Faith in Focus. Remember, when God is silent, He's not absent. He's preparing you for something greater.